Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most interesting and valuable coins to come out of the 2000s, the 2006 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. If you're a coin collector or investor, this video is for you because we're going to talk about its value, history, and why some of these nickels are worth up to $2 million on the market today. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest coin news and tips. Now, let's get into it. First, let's talk a little bit about the Jefferson nickel itself. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938 and is a staple in American coinage. Over the years, there have been several design changes and special editions. One of the more intriguing additions was the 2006 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, which was released as part of a series commemorating the 60th anniversary of the end of World War I. In 2006, the U.S. Mint decided to release a special version of the Jefferson nickel that paid tribute to the events of the Pacific Theater in World War II. This was part of a larger series where different coins commemorated different aspects of the war, but the 2006 P is particularly notable for its unique features and its market value today. Let's talk about the coin's design. The 2006 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel features the familiar image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, but it's the reverse that is different. The reverse of the 2006 P coin depicts an image of the Pacific Ocean and a silhouette of a soldier raising the American flag, symbolizing the victory of the United States in the Pacific part of World War II. This design was part of the U.S. Mint's effort to honor the soldiers who fought and sacrificed during the war. But what makes this coin so valuable? There are several factors that have contributed to the 2006 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel's high market value. For starters, the fact that it's a special edition commemorating a significant historical event plays a huge role. Commemorative coins generally hold more value than regular circulation coins because of their limited release and their connection to important historical moments. Now, let's focus on the rarest versions of this nickel. As with most coins, condition plays a major role in determining its value. Most of the 2006 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickels that are out there today are worth face value, which is just 5 cents. However, certain rare versions, particularly those that are in near mint or mint condition, have seen prices skyrocket. There are examples of 2006 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickels that have sold for as much as $2 million. How does that happen? Well, these coins were often struck with certain unique errors or were preserved in such good condition that they became highly sought after by collectors. Some of these rare coins were produced with double die errors, which means that the minting process resulted in the design being stamped twice, creating a slightly blurred image. These errors are often more valuable because they are incredibly rare, and collectors love finding coins with mistakes or irregularities. Other versions of the 2006 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel that are worth a significant amount of money include those that were graded by professional coin grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These grading services assign a grade to a coin based on its condition, ranging from poor to perfect. Coins with a high grade, like MS-68 or MS-69, are the ones that tend to fetch the highest prices. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Another factor that has contributed to the high market value of this coin is its scarcity. Even though millions of these nickels were minted, very few of them have remained in pristine condition. Most coins that were circulated during the mid-2000s have been handled, worn, and damaged, which significantly lowers their value. But if you happen to find one in mint condition, particularly one that has been stored properly over the years, you may be looking at a rare gem. Additionally, the historical significance of the coin adds to its allure. World War II, particularly the Pacific Theater, is a topic that resonates deeply with many Americans. Coins that commemorate significant moments in history always attract attention from collectors who want to preserve that part of the past. The 2006 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is more than just a coin, it's a piece of history. So, how can you find a 2006 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel in great condition, and how do you go about getting it graded to ensure you get the best possible value? First, let's talk about finding the coin. While most 2006 P War in the Pacific nickels are not valuable, there are still opportunities to find rare examples in circulation. If you happen to come across one in your change, take the time to examine it closely. Look for any signs of wear, discoloration, or damage that might lower its value. If the coin looks relatively clean and well preserved, consider holding onto it and getting it professionally graded. Second, when it comes to getting your coin graded, there are a few key things to keep in mind. First, make sure the coin is in good enough condition to justify the cost of grading. The grading process involves submitting the coin to a certified grading service, where it will be assessed for quality, and assigned a grade based on its condition. This can cost anywhere from $20 to $50 or more, depending on the service you choose. But, if your coin ends up being graded as a high-quality example, it can be worth thousands or even millions of dollars more than its original face value. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I sell my 2006 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel for the highest possible price? Once you've had the coin graded, you can either keep it in your collection or sell it. If you decide to sell it, there are several options available to you. You can sell it privately through coin dealers or auction houses, or you can use online platforms like eBay, where collectors are constantly searching for rare and valuable coins. Just make sure you do your research before selling, and consider consulting with a professional to get the best deal. In conclusion, the 2006 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is one of those rare coins that has the potential to skyrocket in value. While most of these nickels are worth their face value, there are a select few that are worth up to $2 million due to errors, pristine condition, or their historical significance. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare nickels, you could be holding on to a valuable piece of American history. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on coin collecting and investing. Have you found any rare nickels or other valuable coins in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, if you're a coin collector or just curious about rare coins, then you're in for a treat. Today, we're diving into one of the most interesting coins in American history, the 1988 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. This specific coin is not just a piece of change, it's worth a whole lot more than its face value. In fact, this particular nickel has been known to fetch up to $2 million in the market. That's right, $2 million. But what makes this coin so valuable, and why should you care about it? Let's explore everything you need to know. First, let's talk about the 1988 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. To start with, what does the D Mint Mark mean? Well, the D stands for the Denver Mint, where this coin was struck. Mint marks on coins are essential because they indicate where the coin was minted. The Denver Mint has been producing U.S. coins since the late 1800s, and it's known for producing some of the most sought-after coins in history. Now, why is the 1988 D Jefferson nickel so special? To answer that, we need to take a step back in time. The 1988 D nickel, part of the regular circulation coinage, was produced during a time when the U.S. was reflecting on its history, particularly its involvement in World War II and the Pacific War. Although this coin doesn't directly commemorate the war, its historical context and rarity have elevated its value. But that's not the only reason why this coin is worth so much. Rare coins often owe their value to a few key factors: scarcity, condition, and demand. The 1988 D Jefferson nickel is rare, but it's not just because only a few were made. The value comes from a specific characteristic of these coins: some of them have a unique minting error. These errors aren't obvious to the untrained eye, but they make a world of difference when it comes to value. So, what kind of errors are we talking about? Well, some of these coins feature what's called a double die or die crack error. This means that during the minting process, the coin was struck more than once, resulting in a blurred or doubled image on one side of the coin. These errors are rare, but they're extremely valuable to collectors. Imagine having a coin that was made with an error that only a few people know about. It's like finding a hidden treasure. The second major factor that contributes to the 1988 D. Jefferson nickel's high market value is its condition. Coins that are in mint or near mint condition can demand a premium. These coins are referred to as being in MS or mint state condition. An MS 65 or higher is considered to be in pristine condition, and if your 1988 D nickel happens to fall into this category, you could be sitting on a goldmine. But how do you know if your 1988 D nickel is worth this much? Well, the first step is to carefully examine it. Look for signs of wear and tear. A worn-down coin might still be valuable, but its worth is likely to be much less. The ideal coin for this kind of sale is one that shows little to no signs of circulation. A coin that has been well preserved over the years has the highest potential for reaching that $2 million mark. Additionally, look for any unusual markings, like the double die error, which can significantly raise the coin's value. If you think you have a rare and valuable 1988 D nickel, the next step is to get it appraised by a professional. Professional grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can assess your coin's condition and authenticity. Once graded, the coin can be sold to collectors or through auctions for top dollar. What makes these rare coins so appealing to collectors? The simple answer is that they tell a story. Coins are small windows into history. They can connect collectors to significant events in time, like World War II, and offer a glimpse into the craftsmanship and attention to detail that went into their production. Coins like the 1988 D. Jefferson nickel hold more than just monetary value, they hold historical value as well. So, how exactly does this coin tie into the war in the Pacific? Well, while the coin itself doesn't directly reference the war, it was struck during a period of reflection on the sacrifices made during World War II, particularly in the Pacific Theater. The design on the reverse of the nickel, which features the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's home, represents American heritage, which has deep connections to the history of the nation, including wartime experiences. For many collectors, owning a coin from this era is a way to remember and honor that history. As we continue to look at the current market, coins like the 1988 D. Jefferson nickel have only gained more attention. The demand for rare and error coins has skyrocketed in recent years. Auction houses and private sales have reported consistently high prices for rare coins, with some of these coins reaching astronomical sums. The more unique the coin, the higher the demand, and the more money it can fetch. In fact, rare coins from certain mints, like the Denver Mint, are among the most prized possessions for collectors. Now, let's talk about how to care for your 1988 D. Jefferson nickel to preserve its value. Keeping your coin in pristine condition is key to maintaining its market worth. Never clean your coin, this can reduce its value significantly. Instead, store it in a protective holder made specifically for coins. These holders can help prevent damage from dirt, scratches, and moisture. If you're really serious about your coin collection, consider storing your coins in a climate-controlled environment to ensure that they stay in the best possible condition. So, let's recap. The 1988 D. Jefferson nickel, particularly those with minting errors or in exceptional condition, could be worth as much as $2 million. This is a coin that represents a piece of American history and is prized for its rarity, condition, and the small errors that make it unique. If you think you might have one of these rare nickels in your collection, make sure to have it evaluated by a professional. And if you're just starting to collect coins, remember that sometimes the real value isn't in the face value of the coin but in its story and rarity. Thank you for joining me in today's exploration of the 1988 D. Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. If you found this video interesting, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin-related content. And who knows? You might just have a $2 million coin hiding in your pocket or collection right now. We're going to dive into a very special coin from the year 2000, the 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. This nickel has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike, not just for its historical significance but for its remarkable value in the market. Believe it or not, this coin could be worth as much as $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stick with me as we explore the fascinating story behind this coin and why it's one of the most sought-after nickels in the world today. The story of the 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel begins in the late 1990s when the U.S. Mint announced a series of special editions to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the end of World War II. One of these editions was a series of coins that would honor the historical events and sacrifices made during the war, with the Jefferson nickel being part of that lineup. The 2000 P War in the Pacific nickel was released as part of a two-coin series that also included the 2000 D Westward Journey nickel, but it wasn't just the commemoration of the war that made this nickel unique, it was the design. The War in the Pacific nickel features a stunning reverse side that pays tribute to the bravery of those involved in the Pacific theater of World War II. The design features the image of a soldier raising the American flag, a powerful symbol of victory and unity. This powerful imagery is part of what makes this coin stand out in the world of numismatics. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so valuable. The 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel wasn't intended to be a rare coin when it was first minted, but certain factors have contributed to its rising value in the marketplace. First, the quality of the coin is a significant factor. Most coins that were minted in 2000 were produced in high quantities, but only a small number of these coins have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that are graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are the ones that really fetch top dollar. If you're lucky enough to find a 2000 P War in the Pacific nickel in MS-67 or higher, you could be looking at a potential value of hundreds of thousands of dollars. And in some rare cases, even a $2 million price tag. This kind of value is not something you'll find on every coin, which is why collectors are so eager to get their hands on one. That you might be wondering, how do I know if I have a valuable 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel? Well, there are a few things you should look for. First, take a close look at the coin's condition. If it's been well preserved and has minimal wear and tear, that's a good sign. Coins with heavy scratches, discoloration, or visible damage won't fetch the same high prices. The next thing to look for is the mint mark. The P mint mark on the 2000 P War in the Pacific nickel indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia. Always check for this mint mark when you're examining coins from this era. Now, if you're hoping to sell a 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel for top dollar, you'll want to get it professionally graded. The grading process can be a bit expensive, but it's absolutely essential if you want to unlock the coin's full market potential. Coins that are graded as MS-67 or higher by reputable grading services have the best chance of fetching prices in the range of $2 million. But even coins that are graded a bit lower can still be worth a significant amount of money, so don't be discouraged if your coin isn't in perfect condition. It's also important to keep in mind that the market for rare coins can fluctuate. While the 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel has seen incredible price increases over the years, there's no guarantee that its value will continue to rise at the same pace. However, collectors and investors have been consistently interested in this coin, so it remains a solid investment for those looking to diversify their portfolios. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, where can I find one of these coins? Well, that's the tricky part. The 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel isn't something you'll likely find in your pocket change or at your local bank. If you're serious about adding one of these coins to your collection, your best bet is to check out online auction sites, coin dealers, and specialized numismatic events like coin shows. There are plenty of reputable dealers out there who specialize in rare and valuable coins, and they can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Another option is to keep your eyes peeled while going through rolls of coins or checking out coin collections. Sometimes, rare coins can slip through the cracks and find their way into circulation. But keep in mind, finding one of these nickels in everyday circulation is incredibly rare, and most of the time, you'll need to purchase the coin from a dealer or auction. But what makes this coin even more special is the historical context behind it. The 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is part of the U.S. Mint's effort to commemorate and honor the sacrifices of those who fought in World War II, particularly in the Pacific Theater. This historical connection adds to the coin's appeal and helps to explain why so many collectors are eager to own a piece of American history. The nickel serves as a reminder of the bravery and sacrifices of the soldiers who fought in one of the most pivotal conflicts in modern history. As you can see, the 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is much more than just a coin, it's a piece of history. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone who loves collecting rare coins, this nickel is an incredible addition to any collection. With its unique design, historical significance, and potential for massive returns, it's no wonder that this coin has become one of the most valuable in the world today. To wrap things up, if you're lucky enough to find a 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel in pristine condition, it could be worth up to $2 million. Keep your eyes peeled for these rare gems, and if you happen to come across one, don't hesitate to get it graded and evaluated by a professional. Who knows, you might just have a small fortune sitting in your pocket. Thanks for watching today's video. We're diving into something really special, something that could change your coin collection forever. You might have a hidden gem in your pocket right now and not even know it. We're talking about the 1992 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, and believe it or not, this coin could be worth up to $2 million. Stick with me as we explore everything about this rare coin, its historical significance, how to identify it, and why it's one of the most sought-after pieces in the numismatic world. Let's kick things off with a little history. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938. However, it was the 1992 P Mint Mark edition that really caught collectors' attention, particularly due to the special design honoring the War in the Pacific. This coin, which was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, has a fascinating connection to a major chapter in U.S. history, World War II, and more specifically, the Pacific Theater. In 1992, to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the end of the war, the U.S. Mint issued a special series of coins to honor the veterans who fought in the Pacific. The design on the reverse side of the 1992 P. Jefferson nickel was modified to include a poignant tribute to this era. It's not just any ordinary coin, this is a piece of history. So, what exactly makes this coin so valuable? Well, it all comes down to rarity, historical importance, and, of course, demand. The 1992 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is considered incredibly rare due to the limited production numbers and the unique way it was issued. While most people may not even notice it, certain versions of this coin, especially those in pristine condition, can fetch huge prices at auctions and among collectors. Now, let's talk about the market value. The 1992 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, in mint state condition, can reach values upwards of $2 million. I know, that sounds crazy, right? But it's true. This is a coin that collectors and investors are actively hunting for. If you find one in near perfect condition, whether it's from a change jar or your grandparents' collection, you could be holding on to something truly valuable. So, what should you look for? First, examine the coin's overall condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. A coin in uncirculated or gem quality could push its worth to the upper limits of the market. Look for clear, sharp details, particularly on Jefferson's profile and the reverse design, which commemorates the U.S. victory in the Pacific. Any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration can lower its value dramatically. Additionally, the minting errors on some of these coins make them even more valuable. For example, if the mint mark is improperly placed or there's an unusual die crack, these imperfections could turn an already rare coin into something extremely valuable. Let's take a moment to talk about coin grading. Grading is essential when determining the value of a coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A 1992 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel that is graded 65 or higher is considered to be in excellent condition and could sell for thousands, if not millions, of dollars. Coins graded below that will still hold value, but they won't reach the same extreme prices as those in mint condition. there have been instances where the 1992 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel has been sold at auction for staggering prices. In fact, one example of this coin in near-perfect condition fetched around $1.9 million at a major auction. This wasn't a fluke. This kind of sale is not unheard of for rare coins that hit the market at the right time. You might be wondering, how can I tell if my nickel is one of these valuable coins? Well, first, make sure you're looking at the 1992 P Mint Mark version. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which is key. The design on the reverse also features a subtle nod to the U.S. victory in the Pacific Theater, which sets it apart from other coins in the series. Pay close attention to these details, as they're what make the coin stand out. Now, here's a tip: if you think you found a 1992 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel in your change or while searching through your collection, don't just assume it's worth a fortune. Take it to a professional numismatist or coin dealer for an expert evaluation. Sometimes, the true value of a coin is only realized once it's been graded by a certified professional, and don't be discouraged if your coin isn't worth $2 million just yet. Even a coin in average condition can be worth a few $100s, depending on its grade. There are plenty of ways to make sure you're getting the best value for your collection, whether you're a collector or someone just looking to make a smart investment. That it's also worth noting that this coin's value isn't just about the monetary aspect. It's also about owning a piece of American history. The 1992 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel represents a pivotal time in our country's past, a time when the U.S. stood strong against incredible odds. Owning a coin like this is a way to keep that memory alive, especially for collectors who appreciate the historical importance behind the design. So, what does all this mean for you as a collector? It means that it's time to take a good look at your change, your old coin collections, and maybe even your parents' or grandparents' collections. You never know, what might seem like an ordinary coin could actually be a rare find worth millions. As with any rare item, there's always the potential for scams, so it's crucial to do your research, get your coins authenticated, and avoid buying from questionable sources. Always go to trusted dealers and get multiple opinions if you're not sure. And that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you found this information helpful and that you're now on the lookout for the 1992 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. Remember, one day, that coin in your pocket could be worth more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on rare coins and their market values. And as always, happy hunting, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for more amazing discoveries in the world of numismatics. Exciting video where we dive into a unique and valuable piece of American coin history, the 1984 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. This coin, often overlooked by collectors, is actually worth a fortune in the market. In fact, it can fetch up to $2 million. So, let's explore how this coin became such a rare find, what makes it so special, and how you can spot one in your own collection. The 1984 P. Jefferson nickel holds a special place in the history of the United States, not just for its design, but for its connection to a pivotal moment in history, World War II. In 1984, the U.S. Mint released a special edition of the Jefferson nickel to commemorate the War in the Pacific. This coin features a subtle, yet significant, design element that makes it highly valuable in today's market. Most of us are familiar with the regular Jefferson nickel, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. But the 1984 P Mint Mark coin, due to its historical connection and rarity, has caught the attention of numismatists and collectors alike. The 1984 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel was part of a special series released by the U.S. Mint to honor the brave soldiers who fought in the Pacific during World War II. It features a distinctive design that symbolizes the heroic efforts of those involved in the war. The Mint decided to release this special coin to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the end of World War II and to celebrate the U.S. victory in the Pacific. What sets this coin apart from other Jefferson nickels is its unique role in this series, marking a moment in time when the U.S. was reflecting on its wartime history. The coin quickly gained recognition in the numismatic community, and over the years, collectors started to notice its scarcity. So why exactly is the 1984 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel worth such an astounding $2 million today? The answer lies in a combination of factors: its rarity, historical significance, and the number of coins that were produced. The U.S. Mint only produced a limited number of these special edition coins, making them rare. Additionally, some of these coins were released with slight minting errors, which makes them even more desirable for collectors. Another reason for the high value is the growing interest in coins with historical significance. Over the years, collectors have increasingly sought out coins tied to important historical moments, and the War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is no exception. But what really sets the 1984 P apart from other nickels is the unique characteristics of the coin itself. Certain features, such as the distinct mint mark and some of the smaller design details, were produced in limited numbers, which has only driven up its demand in the coin market. If you ever come across a 1984 P Jefferson nickel with an error, consider yourself very lucky. Some of the rarest examples of these coins were produced with minting errors, such as double strikes, off-center punches, or unusual die cracks. These errors make the coin even more valuable and are highly sought after by collectors. One such example was discovered in 2011, where a 1984 P Jefferson nickel with an off-center strike sold at auction for a record-breaking amount, leading to a surge in interest for the entire series. These error coins are a reminder of the role that minting errors can play in the value of a coin, turning an otherwise ordinary piece of currency into a collector's item worth millions. The condition of the 1984 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel plays a critical role in its market value. Coins in mint condition, those with little to no wear, are more desirable and command a higher price. If you have a 1984 P nickel in pristine condition, don't be surprised if it's valued much higher than a coin that has seen a lot of circulation. In fact, even small imperfections can drastically decrease the coin's value. So, if you think you have one of these rare gems, it's worth getting it professionally graded. A certified coin can bring a significant premium over one that's not graded. You might be wondering, how can you tell if you have a 1984 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel? The key is in the mint mark. Look closely at the reverse side of the coin, near the bottom right of Monticello, and you'll see a small P mint mark. This indicates that the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. When searching for this coin, check for the finer details. As mentioned earlier, the special edition design commemorating the war isn't immediately obvious, but collectors know what to look for. The historical context behind this coin is incredibly important, so understanding its significance and looking for minting errors can help you identify a true treasure. The value of the 1984 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel has been steadily increasing in recent years. With the growing demand for rare, historical coins, the market for this nickel has exploded. Auctions for high-grade examples have seen prices skyrocket, and it's become one of the most sought-after coins in the modern era. Collectors are eager to find these rare coins, especially as the number of high-quality examples continues to dwindle. If you own a 1984 P War in the Pacific nickel, now might be the perfect time to have it appraised, as the market demand could drive its value even higher. If you're on the hunt for a 1984 P Jefferson nickel, your best bet is to check reputable coin dealers, online auction sites, and numismatic marketplaces. It's also a good idea to attend coin shows and conventions, where collectors often trade valuable coins. Just be sure to educate yourself on the details of the coin before making any purchases, as there are many counterfeits and replicas in circulation. If you're lucky enough to stumble upon one of these coins, make sure you take good care of it. Keeping it in a safe and secure location will help preserve its value, ensuring that you have a valuable asset for years to come. The 1984 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is truly a hidden gem in the world of coin collecting. Its historical significance, rarity, and connection to World War II make it a must-have for serious collectors. And with its potential to fetch up to $2 million in the market, it's no wonder that this coin is becoming one of the most coveted pieces of US currency. So, next time you're going through your change or browsing through a coin collection, remember to keep an eye out for this rare treasure. You never know, you might just find yourself holding a piece of American history worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. Collectors and history enthusiasts. If you love discovering rare coins with hidden treasures, today's video is for you. We'll be diving into a fascinating topic, the 1973 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, also known as the War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. This coin is not only significant because of its rarity, but it's also a piece of history with a market value that has soared over the years. So, if you're curious about how a simple nickel could be worth over $2 million, stick around as we explore why this coin has such a high market value and what makes it so special. To understand why the 1973 Jefferson nickel is so valuable, we need to take a trip back in time. The U.S. Mint produced the Jefferson nickel in 1938, but in 1973, something unique occurred. A small number of these coins were struck without a mint mark, something that wasn't typical for coins produced that year. During the early 1970s, the U.S. Mint was focused on production efficiency and trying to meet the demands of a growing economy. The coin press systems were running constantly, and it's believed that during one batch of production in 1973, a mistake was made. This mistake led to a small number of Jefferson nickels being struck without the mint mark, which is normally located just above the Monticello building on the reverse side of the coin. So why does this missing mint mark matter so much? Mint marks on coins tell collectors where the coin was produced, either in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, or San Francisco. For most coins, the mint mark is a small detail, but for certain years and coins, it's an essential piece of information that can dramatically increase its value. The 1973 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is incredibly rare. In fact, very few examples of this coin exist today. While most people are used to seeing coins with mint marks that are relatively easy to find, the 1973 no mint mark nickels are a true anomaly. The rarity is a big part of what drives their price. At the time, the production of the 1973 nickels was supposed to include mint marks. However, due to a mistake in the minting process, a very small number of these coins were struck without mint marks, making them an exciting discovery for collectors. Even though the mint had to issue replacements, some of the error coins escaped into circulation, where they remained unnoticed for decades. It's estimated that only a handful of these coins made it into circulation, which makes finding one a monumental event for any collector. Over the years, more and more collectors have come to realize the value of these rare coins. It's not just the missing mint mark that makes the 1973 Jefferson nickel special, it's also the historical context and rarity that add to its mystique. Now, let's talk about what everyone is curious about, the value. In the world of rare coins, a mistake like this can skyrocket a coin's worth. As of today, a well-preserved 1973 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark can fetch over $2 million at auction. This high price is due to a combination of factors. Rarity, as mentioned earlier, very few of these coins exist. It's believed that only a handful were produced, and even fewer have survived in good condition. Historical significance. The War in the Pacific nickname comes from the historical context surrounding the coin. The 1973 nickel was struck during a time when the U.S. was still reflecting on its involvement in World War II and the Pacific Theater. The nickel's design, which features Thomas Jefferson's image on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, has been associated with American values and history for decades. This added layer of history contributes to the coin's appeal. Condition. Like all rare coins, the condition of the 1973 Jefferson nickel is a key factor in determining its value. Coins that have been well preserved, showing minimal wear and damage, are the most valuable. Coins that have been professionally graded and authenticated by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation can command even higher prices at auctions. Collector demand. There is a large community of coin collectors and investors who are constantly on the lookout for rare and valuable coins to add to their collections. The 1973 no mint mark Jefferson nickel fits perfectly into the category of a sought-after error coin. As demand for this specific coin continues to rise, so does its value. Provenance. The history behind a coin also impacts its value. Coins that have a known and documented history of ownership or that have appeared in high-profile auctions often fetch higher prices. If a 1973 Jefferson nickel has a history of being owned by famous collectors or has been displayed in prestigious collections, it could easily exceed the $2 million mark at auction. So, how can you identify a 1973 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark? It's actually pretty simple once you know what to look for. First, flip the coin over to the reverse side. Look closely above Monticello for the mint mark. A typical 1973 Jefferson nickel would have either a D for Denver or S for San Francisco. If you don't see anything there, you found a 1973 nickel without a mint mark, but be careful, make sure to verify that the lack of a mint mark is not a result of wear or damage. You want to ensure that the coin has been struck without the mint mark, not just worn down. The coin should still show clear details, with the missing mint mark being the defining feature. If you think you found one of these rare coins, it's essential to get it professionally authenticated and graded. A certified coin dealer or numismatist can help determine whether your coin is genuine. There are many fakes and replicas on the market, so authenticity is key in determining its true value. If you've got a 1973 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark and are thinking about selling it, there are a few options. You can either sell it through auction houses that specialize in rare coins or find a reputable coin dealer who deals in high-value collectibles. Some online auction platforms also provide a good marketplace for these types of rare coins. However, make sure that you are working with trusted and experienced sellers or buyers to ensure you get the best price for your coin. For those looking to buy, it's important to be cautious when making a purchase. Only deal with certified dealers and make sure you receive proper documentation and certificates of authenticity. Avoid purchasing from unknown or unverified sources, as the market for rare coins is sometimes filled with counterfeit pieces. The 1973 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is a rare and valuable piece of history. With its market value potentially reaching $2 million, it's a coin that's worth keeping an eye out for if you're a collector or investor. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand all contribute to its high value. If you happen to find one of these coins, make sure to get it professionally authenticated, as you might just be holding onto a piece of American history that's worth a small fortune. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it and learned something new, be sure to like and subscribe for more coin-related content. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of our future videos.